What up? What up? It's your boy, Mr. B-EAZY, No Easy Outlet the podcast. And we back. We back. We here with Eagles post game, and we got a guest today. We got a guest to talk Eagles post game. My brother coming up to the show to give his post game thoughts on the Eagles. So walking into the stage. Introduce yourself to the people. Now, they might not know who you are. Introduce yourself.
It's the boy EWF. I'm over y'all Houston, around these Texans fans.
Oh,
Yeah. I was out earlier and I was watching the game because I had to go stop at Walmart. And somebody asked me what was the score and everything. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, it's 6-6. They like, no, you must be late in the game. I was like, no, I'm watching the Eagles game. They like, oh, you an Eagles fan? I was like, born and raised. They like, everybody started like, oh, I know we know you don't like the Cowboys and all this other stuff, but we Texans. I said, we ain't got no problem with y'all. We cool with y'all.
We ain't got no beef with Texas. Not right now. Y'all get to that Super Bowl over there, we taking y'all down.
And only reason why I respect them because I like their quarterback and I like the coach. That's it.
I like the coach. I like the moxie of the quarterback. I don't like how they just automatically try and rank him above Jalen Hurts, but that's not what we're here for right now. That's not what we're gonna let him rock. We're gonna let him rock.
Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what. To me, it's still everybody's such a big fan of Jake Elliott. Me personally, I don't know, man. I don't know. He get too many hit and misses, and it be the most important. We've been dealing with this for a very long time. Where we need that one extra point, and that will win us the game. Why we ain't gonna start this again? It's not. We already. This is a preseason, so I gotta like. I don't know. I gotta leave it alone a little bit. But these are things that we've been seeing in the season. It's always about that extra point. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we missed the extra point in the beginning of the game. I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting here, I'm watching the game, and all I could hear was your voice saying, that mother effing Elliott, he doesn't get because in the season when he misses a kick and it's an extra point. But when you need the kick to win the game, right? It's 61 yards, it's 59 yards, he's right there.
You were 60. You breaking records. You hitting 60 yards, 60 plus yarders. And then you almost cost us the game again. if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for I don't even know his name right now.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna make the team per se because the name is skipping my mind right now. But the guy who made the big play to cause the fumble to get it back, I don't know if he makes the team because of like the timing and where he's playing and everything. But that was a crucial play right there. That's a crucial play. Me personally,
how many times have we seen that though? How many? You got to think about it. Like we've been seeing them extra points cost us on a lot of occasions.
Yeah, the missed kicks. Them extra points do be coming back to bite us. It come back to bite us. I ain't gonna hold you. When he missed it in the beginning of the game, you the first person I thought of because you always on it. You always on his bumper when it come to missing them extra points.
Yeah, they important. Now, usually Sirianni would do something stupid. He would try to go for two for no reason when we up or whatever else the case may be.
Speaking of Sirianni doing stupid stuff, after the fumble recovery with 12 seconds on the clock, Why do you come out and run that tush push?
Just kick the damn ball, bro. Kick the ball. The game is over.
You wanted some.
They don't have no more timeouts. So when they hike the ball, it's over.
Yeah, but I don't even understand the lot. See, this goes back to why is he still here for me? Because I get it. You hire all these new people and everything, but in the first preseason game, not only did he borderline lie to the fans, like he told us last year, when he was asked many times, do you think that the starters should have played more in the preseason so that they would have been more ready for the start of the season? Because it seemed like they started, even though they was winning, it seemed like they started out slow, they were sluggish, and he was asked many times if the starters should play in the preseason, and he said, we're going to have to rethink the way we did it. And then Jeff McClain put out a tweet earlier, like 11, 12 o'clock, that said the Eagles plan on playing their starters one series, maybe more, depending on how it goes. Of course, we had bad rain and everything out here in Raven Nation. They had bad, it's bad rain and everything. So I really didn't expect the starters to play. But it just
y'all got hit with a hurricane. What y'all got hit with a hurricane too down there?
I mean, it's been raining off and on for a little bit. Couple days and everything. So yeah, we done had some rain, and I won't say no tornadoes that I've seen, but there's been some around. I've seen some, so we've been under tornado watching everything. But I didn't expect the starters to play because of the weather. The Ravens, but this is what I mean about either Nick Sirianni or this Eagles organization. Like, just keep it a buck. It's the preseason. Last year, y'all did all that lying and flim-flamming and all that other stuff, and you're starting out the season the same way. And the Ravens made it clear our starters are not playing. The Ravens made it clear our starters are not playing. The Eagles wanted to lie up until kickoff, basically, to wait to tell fans that the starters wasn't going to play. I mean, most of us, I feel, with common sense, figured they wasn't going to play. But why run the shenanigans? I mean,
yeah.
The gamemanship, but the Ravens made it clear we're not playing our guys. They made it clear. Why couldn't our coach and our squad just make it clear to the fans who traveled all the way from Philadelphia to Baltimore and had plans and bought tickets or hoping to see Saquon Barkley and them? Make it clear. That might have changed some people's perspective on tickets they bought or something, I would think. I mean, I'm just saying, I just want a little, after what we got last year with the lies and the deception and the misguidance from the media and everything, I'm just looking for some transparency this year.
Right.
This is a preseason game that means nothing. It was nothing to say the starter's not playing. Unless maybe I missed it, but the last memo I saw it was a possibility. But I'm just saying that rubbed me the wrong way. The tush push on with 12 seconds left just to use a timeout to gain 6 inches.
For somebody to risk getting the injury off of a mistake like that is just idiotic. So I agree with you on that. Like,
I mean, if it was just to run some of the clock down to make sure when you kick the field goal, it was no time left, I could get that. But why not just take a knee and then take a timeout?
Right.
Why put the players at risk? Why put McKee at risk? Who clearly he did not look comfortable running the tush push. Both times the first time he ran it on that 4th down, it didn't look like he got it. He didn't look like he was comfortable running it. And then you go run it again in a crucial point for 6 inches. I mean, I don't get it.
And then that plays like that is only designed for like Jalen Hurts, like those starters. That's who has that. So to bring the rest of the organization in to have them do the same thing is kind of idiotic. I don't know. I think, like, and at the end of the day, when it comes down to 4th-and-1s, you gotta think differently now. Because everybody know what you're gonna do. Even if it's a 4th-and-2, they know what you're going to do. So
Look,
you can't make it obvious no more. We've been doing this since Hurts. Well, has it been since Hurts been here? I don't know if it's as long as Hurts been here.
I think the tush push developed last year. I think it was like
No,
the
no, it
last
was.
year.
It definitely wasn't last year. It had to be for like the last 2 years, maybe.
Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. Because I'm about to say
They've been doing
you
that.
tush push.
They've been doing that since we lost the Super Bowl. You gotta remember that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we got to see it. I'm gonna reserve my judgment on the tush push until I see it with the starters because I need to know if Jason Kelsey makes that big a difference or not. Because we haven't
you
seen
know
him running
he's gonna
well.
make a huge difference. He's gonna make a huge difference.
But I have to see Jalen Hurts and them run the tush push without Jason Kelsey to see if he makes the big difference. Or is it Hurts?
If you think about it, Jason Kelsey is actually the was the main priority for the tush push. Like he the one who made those plays kind of happen. He knew how to develop them in order for it to happen. Like he'll go low, not as low to where it's a chop block or anything of that nature, but he made it to where Jalen was able to do what he wanted to do. I think the center position is going to be something that's going to be very crucial. I don't know who's the center now and everything because I ain't really been in the mix in a minute and everything. But whoever that person is, he has a very crucial part because trying to replace Jason Kelsey is that's like putting a toddler in elementary school. He only know gaga goo goo gagas right now. He don't know how to say 1, 2, 3 or his ABCs right now. He might know a few things, but it's going to take time to replace Jason Kelsey. It's going to really take time. Yeah, because if you think about like the quarterbacks that we had, like the Hurts, the Wentz, like he was a very crucial part. And what happened if he got injured for like a game or two? They'll get beat up because they'll push whatever center they got there out of the way and sack. They would just get destroyed. So that's a very crucial part on what I think is going to be a problem for this season right here is I strongly believe like throughout whatever the defense, how they react this season, that's probably another story with me. I have to see more games in order for that to have that conversation or whatever. But like I think that position as the center is really going to be a crucial part.
Well, I'm hoping that Cam studied enough of the tape. They got Jason Kelsey out there at every practice. He's been around the Eagles facility. So I'm hoping that what he's been doing is he's been making sure that his imprint is being left. I can only imagine that that's why they have him there to make sure that Cam Jurgens and whoever is Cam's backup, make sure they got this thing down packed to the best of their ability. Because they got him around camp, and I'm sure they got him around camp for a reason.
That's true.
But, all right. So we kind of started off on the end of this game because, as rightfully so, it was the ending probably was maybe the most exciting real part of this game. I mean, it was football's back, so excitement, but it wasn't like I thought I was going to get a nice little show. But at the beginning of this game, we got to see Kenny Pickett. What did you think of Kenny Pickett?
I actually got into it like at the end because I was doing a little running around and everything. So I mean, backups I'm not worried about. That's not my concern.
If Hurts stay healthy, it was just like the Mariota.
I would put like Kenny Pickett. When he was on the Steelers, I mean, he did his thing, but he wasn't really nothing special. I want to call him special or whatever, but my man McKee, every time he go out there, he just makes something happen. So I was able to see like a few things that he was doing. And I think that kid really got something special if he has like the right opportunity to be a starter because teams need quarterbacks right now. A lot of teams need quarterbacks. So I think he will probably work out somewhere. But as far as like the quarterback position, I'm more concerned about Hurts than anything. Is he gonna be a puppet like he was last year? Is my concern. Or is he living off not like an AI, artificial intelligence? Are you a human this season? Are you gonna do Hurts things? Like Hurts things. We see Hurts things. That's why we believed in you. The first year that you was here, we didn't. We really had confidence. We were still on the Carson Wentz banner, but we had to have confidence in you, and you showed it. But last year, we seen what type of AI you became. Are you going to be AI? And I'm not talking about Iverson. Are you going to be 100% human being that plays the way that we had seen you playing? The reason why we started like you in the first place.
I mean, they say a lot of that. A lot of that, they say it was a health thing. Like he dealt with an injury all last year, and so I mean, listen, he hasn't played yet. This is what not playing in the preseason does because you leave the taste of what you saw last. Is what you have to go off of. And what I will say is, I went to the open practice. I went last year. I will say Hurts looks like, at least in open practice. You know my motto about practices. Everybody looks good in shorts till we put pads on them. But he looked more explosive like the old Hurts that went to the Super Bowl at the open practice.
Did he have a smile on his face? Or did he just come out looking like...
No, he was actually smiling. He was laughing. He was high-fiving guys. He was talking with Saquon Barkley. He looked like he was engaging anyway. He looked like he was engaging, and it didn't look like it was forced. He looked like, you know what I mean? But once again, that's practice. We haven't got to a game. Like Iverson said, we talking about practice. We're not talking about a game. But, yeah. So he looked like maybe he was dealing with something last year, but respect to him for playing all 17 games.
Oh, he was definitely dealing with something last year. We talked about that 1,000 times on what he was around that time. He was definitely like...
Well, but this is a city who love the backup, so we kind of got to be concerned about the back. Now, we all... Hurts played 17 games last year, so let's clap that up. That he, regardless if he was dealing with something, he played all 17 games. We never had to really rely on Marcus Mariota, which I promise everybody, we did not want to see that show. I went to open practice. I did not like what I saw. Now, this one brings me back to Kenny Pickett because I went to open practice. I liked what I saw from Kenny Pickett. A lot of tip on the ball. He looked like he was making smart decisions. But once again, once we put the pads on and contact, like what I saw tonight, granted, I know we got to take it with a grain of salt because it is the first preseason game, first time anybody's playing with real contact and stuff like that. But I feel like it. And then I think part of it, I know it's vanilla, it's preseason. So I feel like play calling was just, like with a new play caller and everything, I was hoping to see something, and I didn't see anything. It was just like you was just kind of hoping guys made plays.
That's what the commentators were saying. They was like, it hasn't really been like a exciting game to where it been like explosive plays and everything. It's just been a fundamental football game. And you gotta expect that off a preseason. You gotta expect that.
especially the first one. Nobody wants to tip their hand to the season, and then I don't care. I don't care if the Ravens. I don't care if the Ravens is 11-0. If you're 9-2, if they 0-11, anytime you play the Ravens is tough. I don't care what they record. What preseason, regular season, mid-season, postseason, it's gonna be a tough game. That is them and the Steelers are two teams that like they fundamentally, physically, and mentally beat you up when you come out of that game. So
I still consider us the best bird. Like they haven't seen the Super Bowl since Ray Lewis was on that team, so I don't care. And I was watching an old movie the other day, and they say, yeah, Ray Lewis just won a Super Bowl. I looked at the movie, I was like, well, dang, this had to be like 15 years ago or something. It was an old movie, like an old movie. We still the best birds.
We the best birds. We went in there. We came out, and we left.
I just need, if Jalen Hurts will see this, I just want him to hear me for 1 second. Take the artificial intelligence away from you. I don't care. Tell us stop putting them things in your head, or I don't know. We already know you got your money. You got it. Deserve it. Earn it. You got a team right now. And y'all added Saquon Barkley, even though he was on the Giants and I had to feel some type of way because he was on the Giants, but now he's here. And I love it. I love it. I love it.
I do too. I think that's going to be special. One thing that really irked my soul, and I don't know why it irked my soul, but starting the game with Kenny Gainwell, I was like, why is Kenny in the game?
You always got a problem with Gainwell. I like Gainwell. I'm a Gainwell fan. I am, me personally. I'm a Gainwell fan.
I don't personally have something against Kenny Gainwell, right? But listen,
he'll get you them quick yards. He's not like a now if you want to put it in explosive runner type thing, that's a different conversation. But he'll get you them yards.
His job is to be a runner.
Yeah.
Listen, Kenny is crafty. Kenny is crafty. He did just enough. He did just enough to help get Miles Sanders out of here. He did just enough to help get DeAndre Swift up out of here. Like, I just don't want to see. Like, the Eagles are going to make me mad if it's like 3rd and 2 or first. Like, if I see Kenny Gainwell instead of Barkley anytime on the field, it's going to upset
You do not respect that man. He gotta have a little respect on his name, man. He was just a little bit.
It's not that I don't respect Kenny Gainwell. The year they went to the Super Bowl, when he was taking carries from Miles Sanders in the playoffs, which helped get Miles Sanders out of here, he did look like he had some potential. But it's like the Nick Foles run to the Super Bowl. Except for we didn't win. He had like 3 good games. He had like 3, maybe 4 good games. And then we expected more from him. And then I got to see last year, 18 games from him, 17 in the season and a playoff game. And, you know what I mean? No, like, and I don't even blame Kenny Gainwell. It's not his fault. It's Nick Sirianni's fault because they put him in a bad position when he was taking snaps from DeAndre Swift for Kenny Gainwell, and he wasn't as productive. He just wasn't. So yeah,
I
that
think I what's the guy from the coordinator from the Cowboys, the young guy
oh, you
that
talking
we had got.
about Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore.
How
Offense.
you feel about him?
Well, uh, okay. I'll say I didn't follow Kellen Moore as much when he went to the Chargers, but I believe every team is kind of different. But the Kellen Moore I remember from Dallas. Listen. I hate the Cowboys. I love everything that we do to destroy any piece of happiness that they can ever find to enjoy. But them Kellen Moore teams with Zeke Elliott in them, they was giving us problems.
Yeah,
We won some games, but we're not gonna act like they wasn't like CeeDee Lamb and what's my man name? My man, what's my
I know who you talking about. I can't remember his name
yeah,
either. He came
Skip.
from the
He
Vikings.
got
They come from like the Vikings or the Bills.
he got traded to the Browns. Wide receiver. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he came from the Texans. I can't remember why is his
the
name slipping my mind
Texans.
right now.
I know who you talking about.
Yeah, well, and everybody else would too. But yeah, him and them route, and they was tearing us up with them routes. That was also going through a time when we had some trash corners, to be honest too. But like the route running, the running game, like Zeke, like I remember them games. I remember Zeke hopping over our corners while he's still running for yards and stuff like. So
Mm,
schematically, it's can they execute the play? Can we
right.
execute? And I believe we can because I saw it when Shane Steichen was helping with the offense the year we went to the Super Bowl. So I think if we have some creativity, I think Nick Sirianni and Brian Johnson was they just wasn't it. They just wasn't it. Nick, I mean, I don't know what I don't know. People said that Nick was like good at offense or whatever when he was on the Colts or whatever. But I don't remember the Colts having a good offense. I mean, besides the times they had Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck. I mean, and
Mm,
they had Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck. So I don't know if he was part of any of those squads. I don't remember I don't remember the Colts being that like to be like, oh, like I don't
yeah.
so I just feel like that was a horrible mess. I feel like Kellen Moore at least has been a part of the NFC, so he knows the Cowboys, which is our biggest competition. The Giants and Washington, they're peasants. They're peasants. The Cowboys are honestly our real competition within this division. And our only goal, besides winning the Super Bowl, is to win the division because you get a home game in the playoffs. So, with that being said, he pretty much knows the Cowboys. He knows Mike McCarthy. So when you're talking about the chess game, like he kind of knows that team. So he's also familiar with us because they played us twice. He's familiar with
Hmm.
he's
Every
familiar with
year.
Washington, and he did a stint over in the AFC where he played stiff competition. The Chargers played the Ravens, the Chiefs. They play all them teams over there, the Dolphins. So he's got a wide base of experience, I would say. So I think that's going to help this offense. My main concern is our defense.
You
Our
think
main,
so?
yes, because
I think it's more the offense right now more than it is the defense. I
I
know one thing.
I think it's the defense. I think it's
JT Jr. I salute him. He looking all right. He
oh
look all
yeah,
right.
the Trot Man
Definitely look all
Jr.
right.
The
He
Trot
got a
Man.
sack. I think he got a sack in like six or five tackles today.
Yeah, I seen him involved in a lot of plays. He looks aggressive. He's
Yeah,
flying.
he looked like his father out there. I'm like, all right, X, the X Man Junior. All
Yeah,
right,
de-
cool.
definitely. Um, but the defense is concerning to me because you just have you have too many unknowns. Like the offense can go on autopilot. Like they don't even really need a coach. Like I think they proved that for 10 games last year. Apparently
Yeah,
this coach apparently this coaching staff was inept the whole time, and they was winning games, beating the Chiefs, beating the Bills, basically on autopilot. The offense is with AJ Brown, Goddard, Smith, Saquon, Jalen Hurts. I mean, Malata, Lane Johnson. You know what I mean? The offensive line.
Yeah,
Like,
but this is my whole thing. We seen the process of us having this team for how many years now? It's been about 3 years. We weapons of destruction, mass destruction. Like people should be scared to play us, but they not. That's what I've been getting like all last year of them playing us because they know it's either going to be what is that, the RPA. That play I just hate. I hate. I hope I don't see it this year.
the
Yes,
RPO. I feel
yes.
like
I just really hope I don't see this play. I don't want to see that anymore. Like, please, for the love of God, please don't do that play.
Yeah, so that I don't think that's going to go anywhere. But I think it was more or less our defense let us down because we scored points with everybody last year. I think we scored points with everybody. We couldn't stop nobody. That's the problem. Like I don't know. I don't
That
care.
was the problem.
The Chiefs.
Okay, okay. So when you taking the defense, okay, all right, I agree with you on that.
I mean, because we scored points with everybody, but I don't care if you got Patrick Mahomes in the Kansas City offense when they had Tyreek Hill. If the Kansas City defense don't never stop nobody, they can't win the game. And that's what was happening. Like Hurts go down and score, they come right back and score.
Back and score. Yeah.
Your offense can't be perfect the whole game.
And then the timing that they do it is ridiculous because they'll go down there in 30 seconds and score. Dude, just the safeties getting burnt all day, just getting burnt. They'll make like it would be big plays with no name quarterbacks. That's why I hate that sometimes when people say, "Oh, you a Philly fan? Oh, y'all good to make no namers. Y'all give no namers names." And we do.
It's always like such and such first time scoring in the NFL. The first time he kicked a field goal this long in his life. The first time he ever punted over 40 yards. Like you be like, what? This he ain't never threw a touchdown pass in the NFL, but he could be the game winner against us. I think you froze for a second, bro. We'll bring you back in a second. Yeah, man. That's the first preseason game. We got our Eagles blood pumping again tonight. Not fully because we ain't get the one, but you know what I mean. We got to experience some Eagles football tonight. For me, that's a win. Was it the greatest? No, I mean the ending. I wouldn't take that. But that's one, baby. That's one. 1-0. That's the goal every week is to go 1-0. The Eagles, they get their revenge on the Ravens for that game last year. I feel like they know what they was doing with that game last year. And I mean to keep that little record alive and this year justice was served. Turnabout was fair play. And the Eagles got their revenge today. So I'll take that. Definitely, I'll take that. Patriots. Patriots is up next for the Birds. Oh man, Patriots up next on the dish. Time to serve them up. Well, that's your boy. Be Easy 215, No Easy Outlet, the podcast. My bro. He'll be back on our next stream when we reconnect and talk more Birds talk and get into a little bit of our win-loss prediction for the season. As now we got our first taste of Eagles football and we got to assess the team a little better with pads and contact. So it's your boy, No Easy Outlet podcast. Listen to that 215. This is victory for the game.